Sho-Timetv podcast on Sho-Timetv. We took it from the DVD ever. Now we took it to outer space. I got DJCHILLWILL from the EASTSIDE in the building. And Roi Rapx.
It's the God.
It just got serious. New York, stand the fuck up. What's up?
What we talking about? What we looking like?
All right, so
first and foremost, let me say thank you for having me, bro.
Appreciate man, it's my pleasure.
Word up. That's what niggas talk.
Appreciate you, man. You know how it go. I'm gonna tell a story real quick. So I get a phone call from my manager. She like, I got a new artist. I'm like, okay. So I look him up. I'm like, all right. Then I finally meet him when he performed at an event, at an Ears event, right?
Right.
When I tell you the performance was crazy, he had the whole package. Your man came out with the 9-pack, if that's even exists.
Oh, okay.
Pulled the muscles out, had the bars, the delivery, the energy. You know what I'm saying? And definitely embodies hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lyricist. You know, like not just bars and punchlines. The actual lyricist, the actual story that's being told every time. And it felt good. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I said, yeah, I gotta have him on my show. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the energy that I want to bring. That's what New York needs. We need to restore that feeling.
Thank you. For real.
I know you could agree with what I'm saying. You know,
I mean, that's what it's about.
Will from the East Side, you know, legendary DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
What better show, man, than, you know.
So Roi, right?
What's up?
What's your process when it comes to making music? What drives you to get this thing done? You know, everybody got a story. You know, everybody got an angle. Like, what inspired you to do that? Like what makes you get in there and knock these tracks out? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna get the best version of Roi?
I don't write until I hear the beat. So at the end of the day, the beat tell me what to write.
That's how you already won right there.
Like the beat strikes all the emotion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I pour the rest out on the pen. But nothing happens before the beat plays. So that if the beat is fire and it takes me in a certain direction, you're gonna get a party record. If the beat is fire but it's it might be dark, you're gonna get a storytelling record probably, most likely.
So I'm basically getting soul food.
Yeah.
Because you definitely cooking up, and I can relate to that beat when it just grabs you and you just get to going. It's like,
it's not like I'm hearing the beat and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna place this to it. It's like, nah, I hear a beat and.
But that's how you always do, or you, in a sense.
If I mostly catch a vibe from that, so
that's how you prefer to.
So, in my preparation, as an MC, period, right? I used to have a book that had like different subjects. So it would have freestyle subjects, notes subjects, and notes is just like stuff I was on the street, coming up with being on the street, and I remember it and write it down, right? Then there'll be like songs, party songs, storytelling. So I had it broken down in sections. So that's how I create. I always make sure that I listen to these type of music, these type of beats, and these type of sounds, so that way I can always create these different feels.
That's what it's about. That's where music, you know what I'm saying? That's how music is done with an artist and then with the music, and then you put it and create it as a song.
Right.
People don't really understand it. They think they could just make music.
I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, God. I think that comes from the fact that they don't understand the full meaning of what executive producing is. Right? So if you understand the full meaning of executive producing, then that means you understand that it takes 3 elements in order for the music to be packaged right and presented. So it takes the artist, it takes the producer, and it takes the engineer. But it also takes that collective, and sometimes the producer doesn't have to be there. I mean, if you want to call him a beat maker, he doesn't have to be there. But if he's a producer, 9 times out of 10, he'll be there, right? So it takes that collaborative effort in order to make that record presentable and packaged right. You know what I mean? So some rappers, my point is, some rappers, they come in, they lay their record and they leave.
That's like freestyle. That's
Or they come in, they record their record and they just let the engineer mix it down. They don't say nothing. They don't tell them, yo, listen, drop the beat out here. Yo, put some scratches here. Bring a live drum in on this part. They don't do that.
Yeah, those are rappers.
You
But I
understand what
mean,
I'm saying?
every artist is, that's your artistry. That's what makes you who you are and your brand. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, that's a dope way how you go about creating your music, though.
Thank you.
I definitely feel like that's rappers that do that, and like a real artist would really, kind of like tailor make their music.
Okay.
Like you are artist, whether you know it or not, the way you tell it.
Yeah.
So I get it. And one of my favorite artists actually said the same thing you said, but in a different way. Like Michael Jackson. He said the music writes itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And once you hear that beat, there's a lot of artists that remind me of like that type of moment, like when Jay-Z heard Pharrell's Allure beat for the first time, and he zoned out. Captivated you. And I could tell by the music that you make, and I listen to everything, that he tailor-makes his music to fit him.
Right.
Yeah, and you have a certain respect for your craft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people, I look, oh yeah, he rap.
Yeah.
It is funny how you would say, your name is Roi Rapx. But does he really rap? Roi really MCs.
Right.
But it's fucking crazy. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the rap comes from that's what I do, but it's like it's more so paying homage. It's more so something that came from one of the MCs that I grew up listening to, that kind of, was infectious on me, which is Cool G rap. So
Cool G rap.
At the end of the day, that's where that comes from. And the X on the end of it is just the extra things I bring to the game. So it's like an X factor. It's, every MC that we fell in love with, Biggie Smalls, he was ugly, but the women loved him. You know what I'm saying? DMX, the pains he went through, and the way he expressed it to the world and gave it to us, allowed us to accept him no matter what it was he was going through. You understand what I'm saying? So it's these different things that, and that's the X factor. So that's where the X on my name comes from.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
and I like that. It's just totally different. From hearing shit the same all the time, I feel like everybody's scared to be different. You know?
Let me say something here. What you think? What's the difference between, you would say, a rapper, right, an artist? How would you define a rapper and an artist? I mean, everybody has, I guess.
Well, the true fashion of it, I guess, is an artist. It depends on what field we talking about. If we talking technical, an artist is only the person that goes out and puts their face out in front of everything.
I want to say
they don't really have to have the talent. They can actually have a sound or a look, and they play the front. That's really an artist, and then there's a songwriter. But if we talking just like MCs, rappers, artists, things of that nature,
I'm just gonna get your.
Then the difference between the two is that the artist really taps into more of the sound, not just the bars and how nice what he's saying is spitting. It's more so of it's like a marriage, sort of. Rappers and the artists is like a marriage. So at the end of the day, I'm rapping, I'm spitting what I got, and I'm making sure it's fire and it's hot, but I'm also going to tailor make it so that way everybody will love it.
I mean,
not just the boss, not just the bar lovers. Everybody will love it. For instance, a perfect rapper that is an amazing artist is LL Cool J. So bar for bar, bar for bar, he can destroy some shit, but he can also destroy you in a song.
In a song as well.
So Drake can destroy you in a song. Jay-Z can destroy you in a song. He can make a song out of what he's dissing you on, and a whole world.
So
likes it.
basically, like, because you know how my take on it, as far as the artist is more creative than a rapper. A rapper, you could just like freestyle.
Right.
So there's a lot of characteristics in, you know, the whole writing and everything. But when you freestyle, that's, to me, is rap. Like you just rapping, but you're not making a song where people could connect with.
Right.
You know, so that's what it's about.
Right.
That's
exactly.
basically the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basically you saying the same thing.
Yep. Definitely indeed.
Because you was working with an art, you was working with Stacks, right? And you seen how like you more so wanted to build it from the bottom up and structure it the way you wanted to structure it, that sound, even to how you wanted the visuals was to it in the video. Yeah. So like that's artistry,
right?
So
right, that is.
People don't. Yeah, they don't.
No, every last aspect of that is artistry, beloved.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you know, so
that's called executive producing on some levels. That's also called executive. Actually being a director on some levels. Executive producer. Yeah, like that's what that is. So yeah, that's definitely talent, brother.
Right.
Yeah, so I definitely see
it's not to be sneezed at.
I see a solid package.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely do, and it's rare. It's certain artists. Well, you can't even certain. You have to say artists general. They don't have that. You know.
Yeah.
There's some people who really care about their music and really bring an energy to it that makes me be like, yo, I gotta listen to this record. I know that this shit is gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna vibe to it. I need to zone out to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know you be going for that feeling because when they hit the beat, because sometimes do you even be looking at the crowd sometimes?
When I perform, I interact with the crowd. I look into the crowd, but I'm in a zone.
Yeah, that I can see it. You be in a zone. You really be in a zone. You got the mic and you like.
Yeah,
You there. You there.
Yeah.
Body language, all that in a trance, like.
Yeah. That's exactly what's going on. You know when you like when you're like an early fighter, and things is and you in a fight, things is moving mad fast. Like you in a zone, or if you in a brawl, things is moving like, but you still focused. Everything is in tune, but everything is just moving.
Right.
It's sort of like the same trance. So I focus in because at that point I am at war, and that's the mental state that I take whenever I hit the stage at all times. People that I studied that was mentors to me, you know what I'm saying, said that's how you do it. You know what I mean? You can, whether you first or you last, you peep game of the situation, you do the knowledge, and then you go and destroy. So that's how I mentally see every performance.
That makes sense. What's your next project?
Right now we're working on the God Project, to release the God Project. It's basically like 98% done.
Okay,
I'm just releasing records from it right now.
So what inspired that? What
from
kind of inspired that?
Good orderly direction. Yeah, God is good orderly direction. I think anybody, no matter what level you look at God on, is good orderly direction. Is what you're gonna take from it. I just feel like the game need good orderly direction. I feel like, for instance, right, like the hip hop culture and the hip hop music business is two separate entities, but it's so separate now that we don't even care about each other as artists. Like back in the day, no matter what was going on with the labels or anything like that, right? The artists used to get their time where they used to powwow or whatever, right? And they chill and they have their time and they will vibe with each other just off artists, or they will go see each other just off. It's our community. That's our fraternity. You understand what I'm saying? As artists, I don't care if you paint and I rap.
The collaboration.
As artists, it's a love and passion. We're brothers and sisters off art. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like at this point, the culture has lost that. The art has lost that. You know what I mean? And everything, and with that, it's just making it feel terrible. So we don't protect each other. Like when young artists get get a deal, why is there no other artist that has survived beef in the game, grabbing them and mentoring them and telling them, yo, this is how you do it, bro. Do this. Boom.
Now we getting.
Why are you just letting everybody just run their head into the walls? That's the cultural part. Do the business, do whatever, do the contract, do whatever. The cultural part is us taking care of each other.
So this is what the project is touching base on?
Yes.
The orderly of it.
The order.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Correcting the order, giving a good orderly direction.
When that's dropping?
We looking for July. We looking for July.
That sound like something. That sound like something I want to tap into, kind of see where you at with it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely, no, definitely. We could catch a vibe. We can catch a vibe after the show, or whatever. We can catch a vibe. I tap you into a couple joints.
That's some shit where you just sit back, you zone out.
You know what I
The
mean?
intro gonna be crazy because I know the intro gotta be crazy.
Can you release some of like the first singles that you out of the was it EP?
Run down. We got Run Down out right now on all platforms, including the video.
Okay.
We have IDM 2, which we did with Royal Flush and Tragedy Gaddafi.
Shout to them.
That's out right now.
He was gonna come today.
Gaddafi.
No, Royal.
We did Summertime. We dropped Summertime, which is ringing.
Time.
Yeah,
it's
ringing.
Time.
That's the record we pushing right now. Is ringing. So we dropped Summertime. We dropped the video for Summertime. You know what I mean? And
Wait,
just
you dropped the video when you dropped it.
what for Summertime?
Yeah.
I dropped the video for Summertime maybe like 3 months ago. Nah, not 3 months ago. Like 2 months ago.
2 months ago. You knew me then? Did he know me in 2 months?
I think just vibing.
Send me that video.
I got you.
Send me that video.
Of course.
Like if you drop something new, like a video like that, you need to send
You
it
got
to
it
me.
first.
Yeah, send it to
Say
me.
less. You got it first.
Yeah, send it to me so I could.
Whatever you do with it, you know I appreciate you, bro. I'll get it to you. Hell
But I need the new shit. Like you wildin'.
Hell yeah, I get that to you.
We
heard it first.
We drive. Yeah, that's exclusive. It's coming to Showtime TV off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
that's the type of shit. Cause I'm
You want to be on top.
I'm a type. Yeah, but I'm the type of person like I like certain energies. I'm a Wu-Tang person, Jay-Z person, Nas person, like Locks, like certain albums that I like to zone out.
Intellect, like
Yeah,
it's
I like,
talking about
I like
that
certain
culture.
shit. I like shit like that.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah.
I'll sit back, I'll zone it, I'll listen, and I might catch. And if I don't catch, like sometimes y'all niggas like to have triple entendre.
Yeah,
shit. I'm like, this nigga done
yeah.
said 10 different things.
So you one of those. You definitely listen to the lyrics. You don't just.
Nah,
the
but let me give you
overall.
some on that. I love that.
Facts. That's a fact.
I pay attention. I do.
I love that.
I pay a lot of attention
Word.
to
Not
the
just
music.
the beat. It's the overall. You know.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just that type
Dissect it. To dissect
Right.
the
message.
the joy that you get from dissecting somebody's bars
Yeah.
is something within itself. It's like, yo,
I'm like, whoa, hold on.
And as
Son,
an artist, you feel accomplished. Like, oh, they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they caught
the
it.
The quotes.
yeah.
I
Hip
be
hop
like,
quotable.
yeah.
Hip hop
Like how
quotable.
you say.
I be on it.
Yeah.
I be on it.
Like you said with G-Rap, everybody quote his joints. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Right.
one, like you mentioned, one of your mentors. But,
Yeah.
nah, that's dope, man. That's the
Yeah.
artist of it. That's
And it's
what,
crazy because, like, I may not say nothing to the person or nothing like that, but, like, I just, like, at night, what I like to do is I like to scroll, listen to the music, listen to see where they at with it. And then it's like, I notice that a lot of times I don't even listen to the radio. I'm listening to, like, a lot of the artists, like, in your realm, like a RG Payne. Like, you giving me vibes where you belong in that space.
Well, those are my peers. So what I bring knowledge to and light to is that they all my peers. Dave East, Millie's, all of them are my peers. It's just a different spectrum on how we going about it. You understand what I'm saying? So for instance, Biggie Smalls and Jay-Z and Redman and all of them, they was all Tupac. They was all rocking at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? But all of them had deals. They all had people behind them. They all had machines. Jay-Z didn't have no machine.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was pushing through his own
out of the trunks and all that.
his own money. Fuck the product.
Right.
The funding of the product.
Okay. And you tell
is what matters. You understand? Because that's what you're competing with. If you're competing with, if Biggie's your man, or you in a room of people like Biggie and all these other niggas that got
Big L.
deals, they got machines behind them, bro.
Yeah.
They got somebody financially pushing the product.
Yeah.
So if I'm independently coming and I'm bringing the same energy and I'm keeping up and we in the same rooms,
Right.
y'all are my peers. I'm just traveling a different route.
Talk to him.
I'm a little more, the problem with where people would say the problem with me, which is really not a problem. It works out great for me. It works out great for people that want to do great business. Is that I'm educated, man. Like you can't rob me, B. And not everything is robbery. This is where I don't become where people don't shy away from me. Is that one, me understanding business understands everybody should get a percentage for what they work for.
Yeah, and you know what?
You understand? Listen, everybody should get a percentage for what they work for. If you go to work, you want to get paid. The reason why a lot of artists mess up is because a lot of them never had a job. That's whatever their circumstances is, but they don't understand how natural day-to-day business runs.
Yeah, but you know what though? But I was really talking. But you right about that. You kind of went further in. But I'm talking about more on the musical side. Like I could just see, like, I want that type of vibe. I know what artists click in. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get it that we all in financial different brackets and just we have different paths. Some people may not want to sign because you don't really want them too much hands in you on, with the creativity. We don't want none of that.
Sometimes it's not the hands and all that, because people got, like I said, everybody got to get their percentages. It's not the hands. It's the vulturism, if that's a word. I'm making up my own language.
I understand it. I get it.
You
I'm just
understand
trying
what I'm
to say,
saying?
because touch more on that. What you mean?
It's the vulturism, beloved. It's like, do I want to pay you a whole bunch of money just to hang around you, my G?
This is what I'm.
When I got my own hustle and I can actually network around the same people you network around, I just got to find a different talk. I got to change my target up.
But I agree with you. That's what I meant. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people don't want to deal with that. Like, you got your own way, or you like. I get it.
It's different now, though.
And not to
I can learn a lot now.
Not to knock anybody's path on how they do what they do, but I've never been that.
I get it.
Like, I've never been a middleman on the block. I've never been like when I was a young boy. Even when I was serving on the block and I was copping from always niggas, they wasn't giving me nothing. They was throwing me plays. So what plays is like, if I'm bringing you 40, you gonna give me 80, you gonna give me 60, or you might give me 70.
When you go,
and I'm taking that, and I'm bubbling off that. I'm not, hit me with a pack, and I'm into each his own. But I've never been for me, like you said, you can tell by how I tailor my music that I keep it to who I am, like my brand. I tailor it again around my brand. Right. That's all I can give. All I can give is me. So that's all I ever been. So at the end of the day, that's the point of view I'm always going to come from. The point of view of somebody always owning their own shit, or at least willing to step into war for their own shit.
Do you have a verse that kind of sums that up?
Or what would be something, right? Something real
like do you have something that'll sum that up? Like,
yeah, I got something
that'll sum that up, or kind of like in your lyrics.
Yeah, I got something.
You're not trying to sneak it in there. Like,
I got something.
You gotta. I got something.
We can go ahead with it. I'll go ahead with it for y'all real quick. The 9mm told a good weed smoker, the Cali Kush blower, there ain't nobody higher than Nah. The smooth hustler, the gram seller, lyrical cocaine dealer. Words feel like dope in your veins, nigga, see I am him. The street preacher, the thug quoter, the loony out crime king promoter. See what I'm doing, man? The last nigga, the last real nigga, the next businessman, not to look down on a nigga. Can you see me, man? The Dapper Dawn, the Versace silk wearer, the presidential rollie. Shit, I'm something like an OG. The 5.5 carat flosser, the Gucci kick rocker. Mr. Piper clipping cock back and rock you. The champion, I fucked up. But
he said something like an OG. You talking like an OG.
You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. You got that Trigger the Gambler on instrumental. We got that. Let him cue it up. Let him cue it up. Let him cue it up. He can cue it up, and I'll get back into that. We can do what we do. Big ahead, beloved.
Nah, we went to a whole nother
Yeah,
zone.
I
and
know.
about
We
to freestyle,
waiting
gonna
for
put
it.
the
You talking about
music
you
on.
want the
He
beat
ran
now.
the show. He told him
My bad. I
You know what I'm
thought
saying?
it was Trigger the Gambler.
What's the song you talking
Got a
about?
duck.
What's that joint?
Both
What's
cameras.
that
I
joint?
mean, go ahead. You must see
It's probably gonna be the only joint that pop up.
Trying to get out here.
She's made it work. That's the manager. That's the manager.
Smiling right there.
That's the manager. That's the manager. That's how we do it.
And she left the door open.
It's light. Nah, but go ahead, man. You know, we gonna while we let that spin. We got the tour coming up. We about to get out of here tomorrow, Virginia, for the tour.
Oh, yeah. So,
All right.
What tour? Yeah, talk about because we about to wrap it up. I wish I would have had that beat on deck next time because you're gonna be back. You're gonna be back.
It's love.
Talk about that before we go, and then let them know where to find you. But talk about the event in Virginia.
We at the Civic Center in VA. Word up, Petersburg, Virginia. Shout out to Big Tyreek. Shout out to Truth Y. You know what I mean? We in the building. We're gonna be out there with some major people and just making some things happen. You know what I'm saying? For some future business and things of that nature.
And let them know where they can find you.
Oh yeah, definitely find me anywhere at Roi Rapx. ROIRAPX. I'm the only one with that name, so you find me anywhere on all platforms. Go check out the new single we just dropped, Position of Power. That's out right now. Summertime is out right now, ringing right now. We about to drop this motherfucking album, God EP. Check that out when it releases in July. Right. You know what it is. It's the God.
Sho-Timetv podcast. That was another one. I enjoyed that one. You know what I'm saying? We out. That was fire.
Appreciate you, King.
I like that conversation. That's a conversation you should have been hearing.